I feel like I feel like these just don't like maybe if I twist them together it'll be like less awkward. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a thing. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, hi, hello. Welcome back to this channel. So my second souvenir. It's also a cup. I got this little shot glass from Holy Island. Now it said it's for ornamental purposes mostly, but we're gonna use it. Hey Eve, how are you? And I got this Bloom Jasmine and Rose Gin. It's a limited edition, a delicate pink gin created with naturally extracted botanicals, selected for their fragrant sweetness and floral notes. I hope the floral notes don't trigger my allergies, but that's fine. How are you doing? Did I already say that? Did I already ask that? And it was called Bloom. So that's why I got it. I was like, oh. Speaking of Bloom, I was gonna catch up with my journey buddy. She might be busy today. Um, and I just found the notes that she took from my 2022 reading for me. And it's interesting because the first card that came out is my June card. And today, I don't know what it is about today, but today is the day where I'm like, you know what? I think it's time. Not I think it's time. I'm like, it's time. It's time. It's time. It's just time. And I've been feeling, or I was feeling, that there would be some kind of shift or change that I wasn't going to necessarily foresee. And so it didn't make too much sense to think too much or to plan too much. It was just like, keep living life, enjoy your time, wait, because something's going to happen. I didn't necessarily think that the shift would be me. You know what I mean? Maybe not. Anyway. You're good. I'm glad to hear that. Does he? Well, tell him I said thank you. How are you doing, Sandra? I was I went to work today and my coworker was like, she's like, you could just like can't keep your hair up, can you? I was like, no, I can't. I took the braids. I left one braid in and I had the other three out. And my hair is like it's long enough to move now. Like really move. And so I love that. Um I don't know. Today is just like I feel like I experienced contrast on my trip. And I've been in this weird space. I kind of talked about it yesterday. I feel like I've been in this space that I kind of feared a little bit. And I don't think fear is the right word. It's a space I had some kind of concern about where it's not that anything is wrong, everything is good, but it's kind of man, you know. And I talked to Rob briefly the other day, and he was like, "Oh, well, it sounds like you're at peace, and that's cool." I was like, "Yeah, I guess it is." But now I'm just like, I don't know. I've got a lot of things going on internally on game, but things are good. Things are really good. I don't know. It's just time. It's time. You know what I mean? So I was gonna pull the wild unknown and I was gonna do a whole thing. I kind of want to last night I had the thought of I want to finish I want to start the next branch of the major spreads. Shift does indeed happen. You call it reverse culture shock, right? Oh snap! Got the time. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I wanted to start the spreads again. I finished 1 through 9, and I wanted to start 10, but I guess I can see if my thing is working now. It has stopped working for a minute. I also had a thought of um doing something with those spreads. I had a thought of like using them. And so the way basically it was August, it was the fall of 2019. Okay. And I had just gotten into spread building. I'm going to pour myself up a shot of this. Mmm, smells like rubbing alcohol. And I'm going to try not to spill it. Ooh, there we go. Produced by Warrington, UK. Wait, I was just in the UK. It's telling me to go back. Cheers. Clink. Oh, when they say extra dry, they mean it. When they say dry, look, there go my eye. My eye's been twitching. I'll get into it. 1 second. Gin's always better with tonic water, but it's fine. It's smooth. Mm, I don't know about this. I need the tonic. Another interesting thing that happened. I just thought about it earlier today. Going back to the desserts, the whole dessert debacle. So when we were looking for a dessert, my friend was like, "Oh, do you like carrot cake?" I was like, "No, I don't want carrot cake." When we made it to Borough Market before we got the free brownie and the free croissant. Your eye just started twitching again yesterday. Mine started twitching after I got home. After I got home, it started twitching. It's gin. Try lemon. Ooh, Russ has lemons. Um, so he was like, "Do you like carrot cake?" And I was like, "No, I don't mix vegetables in dessert or fruit in desserts." And he was like, "Well, it doesn't taste like a carrot or whatever." I was like, "Yeah, but I don't like it." And then on the return flight home the next day, the dessert that came with the meal was carrot cake. And it was actually good, so I did like it. Um, I don't know. You love carrot cake? I just saw a carrot cake at the mall at Walmart. How you doing, Holly? I like that my hair is like long enough to like flip now. You know. Anyway, don't tell Holly all about the carrot cake. This is an experience. I feel like I need water now. You know what? Uno momento, por favor. I'm going to grab this tonic water. Now that I drank enough, I'm gonna pour tonic water in here. I don't know what. Oh, whoo! You see that? You almost got me. Oh, it's really trying to. Is it really? Oh yeah, it contains quinine. Quinine? How you pronounce that? I know quinone, ubiquinone might be in like plants and photosynthesis or something. Is that one of those whatchamacallits? Come on. There we go. Ha, got it. Oh my goodness. Quinine? Was that the second one? I'm so bad with pronunciations because then I forget. I forget. Ah! I just lost the game. Have you ever? So I took on my flight from London to Newcastle. There were these like proper lads that were on the plane. I think I talked about them, and they were talking about the game. And I was looking at something and it made me think of the S. And it's one of those things where it's like how growing up, it's just like it's one of those things that finds a root in many places, like disconnected places. It could be within the same state, within the same country, between like it could be international, where it's just like, how did multiple people have this like similar experience growing up? Like, where did it come from? Where did it start? But like, if you think about the game, you lose the game or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I'm pretty much. I think the structure of my videos from now on is going to be I ramble for like an hour and then I get into it. So if you're here, come back in like 40 minutes and then I'll finally like be talking about whatever I'm going to be talking about today. Great for leg cramps, but quinine? Twitching not included. Quinine? Ione? That makes sense. I'm trying to like open this tonic water. This is I cheat and just like suck the air out. Woo! Too much. Woo! Woo! Okay, I got it open. I'm just trying to finish this gin. So I have the Dungeons and Dragons Tarot. A slipstream and jumped on his way. What? The trip was so I don't know. It was interesting. I've been in a whole. It's been a whole thing. Whoa! Hold up. Oh, never mind. Okay, let me finish this and then I'll get back with you. See, that's good. No, it's still not great. It's not great. This isn't great. But if it were colder, it might be. Maybe it's the cup. It did say it's ornamental. – 」 « « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « 」 « It wasn't cold at all. So, and now that that's out of the way, what are we doing here today? I was gonna grab the Wild Unknown, and I was gonna um, just like go for everything. Why? Oh, okay. I was like, that's interesting. Anyway, some elderflower syrup. I'm confused. Oh, okay. Hold up. Wait. I think I just got like an aftertaste that was like pretty good. It just hit me. It just slipped on my taste bud. Like, oh, okay. What am I doing today? It's fine. We're gonna ask. I was gonna ask Siri if I should even go live. It's already 8:03. I don't. It's just like it's time. You know. So let's do that thing I was gonna do. I have the Dungeons and Dragons tarot. I'm gonna pull like a situation. I'm gonna read the encounter, and then I was gonna pull some of these, the Tarot Nefertari, and see like what's up. And then I might get into the thing that I was actually gonna do, or I might not. I don't know. I feel like there's been so much happening almost all at once to the point where I don't know. It's hard to like communicate, but I'm gonna pull this card right here. I'm gonna pull both of these cards. This page and this ace. This is what it's felt like. I don't know how to describe that, but this is what it's been. It hasn't been. Um, I don't know. It's time. I feel like that's the best way. Ooh, look at the Fool right there. The Fool is a bard. Love it. Oh, I was talking about my journey buddy. Okay, so let me go back. You do? Okay, I'm glad you do because I like. What is this? This deck, I need to find its niche. Its niche. Um, so I did. I read myself for 2022 with her. She kind of like I read me with her, and she took notes. And today, I looked at the notes, and it's interesting. I guess the point of doing the like the if the reading should be relevant, you know what I mean? So it's not like extremely like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it like actually was like relevant. But that gosh darn queen. I don't like this queen. And then we got this king. Hmm. They might be in the same suit. Oh, okay. The king actually isn't that bad. This king is actually interesting. Both of these are. This king reminds me of the King of Wands. It makes me think of the King of Wands in the Starman Tarot because there's that dude up there, big mystical glowy hand scepter, but then there's also that guy approaching. And which one of them is the king? You know what I mean? This is the part where I don't finish a single thought. So for those of you who can read my mind, so I was looking at the notes that she sent me from our 2022 reading, and first of all, it was a lot. So kudos to her for. I didn't even read all of it because I was like, I'm ready to start this live. But the beginning of it, the reason why I referred to the video is because the first card that came out was the card. It's my card of the month this month. Um, oh, it's the new moon is like the 14th, 15th, or 16th, right? I think the new moon is around the 14th. I've noticed every now and then there will be a confluence. And it's just like where there are a lot of things that happen on or around the same day. And it seems like a lot of things are happening on and around June 16th. Like things within my personal life, things adjacent to my personal life, things being released. It's a full moon. Okay. And then I guess like the full moon. Yeah, it is the full moon. Is around that time too. I think it's interesting though, because there's also a confluence around June 30th. So mid June and late June both are confluential, which is it's interesting. Not taking them. So yeah, the reason why I went to look at the notes was because the card that opened up that reading is my card of the month this month. And my cards this month, this year, do something interesting. And we'll see. Stick around. Stick around. Hey, Danielle, how you doing? The full moon is the 14th. The new moon is the 29th. Oof. Oof. So safe, Google. So we got a card. The bottom of the deck is the star. Love that. This card is interesting, though. I would assume that this is the six of charisma. Oh, that was the king. Yeah, that's the king and queen of intelligence. I knew they their energies felt like they were in the same suit. The king and queen of intelligence. Um, it's the six of wisdom. Our ability to become a child and play in the world over. Ah, hold on! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I love how last night I was like, synchronicity isn't even like all that. Like, synchronicity is our basic state, but because of the lives that we live and the way that we're conditioned in the world, like, we get out of that. And so now it seems like more magical than it is. Not that it isn't magical, but like, synchronicity is the norm. Because here she is. Synchronicity comes knocking on your door, and you say, "Go away, please. Thank you. Bye." I'm kidding. The card that came out is the Six of Wisdom. The Six of Wisdom is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is my card this month. The Six of Cups is also the card that opened up my reading for 2022. Um, oh, that was a hard twitch. That was a hard twitch. My eyes like closed. Your house is filled with Sagittarii. Oof. I love Sagittarius now, though. Hey, glad to have you here. Oh, I don't know. I think she had her baby, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did. First, I saw this dude, and it made me think of the big dude in the King of Intelligence. And then I see the castle and the dragon, the knight, and then the child reading the book, right? And so it held an interesting whatever to that card. You find a gem. When you turn toward a distant mountain, the gem pulsates and glows. That's this card. You find a gem. When you turn toward a distant mountain, the gem pulsates and glows. That's interesting. Oh, her baby is Dulio season. Okay, got it. Got it. Did you end up watching the movie? The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was actually on the airplane. I was flipping through the movies and I saw The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I almost watched it. I almost thought about it, but I wasn't gonna no. I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. Because I had to watch the first one and it was a whole thing. I'm actually gonna grab the Wild Unknown Archetypes and I'm gonna pull the card before and after the mountain because of the distant mountain. And I think there is a gem. It's either the gem or not the medallion. Is there a gem? I'll look and see. You almost think about I almost think about a lot of things. I was talking about something and I was like I had the thought to Google it to do it, but then I got distracted and I didn't do it. Like I had the partial thought to do it, and then as soon as I was getting the thought, it was gone. Whoops, sorry. Oh, well, there goes pure white screen. I'm gonna look through these. I'm not a huge superhero movie person, but I did watch Multiverse of Madness because multiverse. Anything with like time travel or a multiverse, and I'm in. I'm game. I'm gonna look from the bottom of the deck. We're gonna see if I can find a gem. I know there's definitely a mountain. There is a gem. Oh look, it's the riddle. Oh my gosh. Oh. Cute. Love it. Love that energy. I found the gem. Now I'm gonna go looking for the mountain. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. The card before the mountain is the vision. And then the card after the mountain is the village. Both of these cards feature the mountain. Here we can actually see, like, this is the mountain. This is the mountain. Like, we literally see the mountain in the vision, but we see beneath the mountain and we see the moon above the mountain. So we actually see a little bit more. And then in the village, we sort of see like the backside of the mountain or the shadow of the mountain. And we also see something else under the mountain too. Um, oh my gosh, that is a hard twitch. That's a hard twitch. This also makes me think of the Eight of Cups and the Wild Unknown Tarot. I think I was thinking about the Eight of Cups recently. I was either thinking about the Eight of Cups or I was watching somebody talk about the Eight of Cups and they said something about it that made me think about it in a different way. But I don't remember. I don't remember which is which. I don't know. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Maybe I'm supposed to start a Twitch channel. Giants buried under the mountains. Oh snap! That makes me think of. It's not goddess Gula, is it? Or was it Urus? Goodbye. Goodbye. And good night. There's something interesting going on here. There's something very interesting going on here. It's very interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting. So I'm going to read. This is the Six of Wisdom. And I'm not even going to get to this card because that's not what I pulled this card. I pulled this card to read the Dungeons and Dragons Tarot. Every card has an encounter. So if you run a D&D campaign and you want to use the deck, you can use it to like spice up your campaign or whatever. Right? They all have these like little entries down here. So for the one for the Six of Wisdom, you find a gem. When I looked from the bottom of the deck, the first card that I encountered was the gem. When you turn toward a distant mountain, the gem pulsates and glows. That's what it says. You find a gem when you turn towards a distant mountain, the gem pulsates and grows. Oh my gosh, is that the Mountain of Pain? Somebody said something about the wind. Was that Eve? You'll feel the wind or something like that? The King of Pentacles being underground. Oh, snap. What's interesting is before the gem is Thanatos. Before the mountain is the underworld. So we have Thanatos in the underworld, the god of death, or the personification of death, and the underworld. On the other side, however, we have the box on one side, and we have the seed. It came out in reverse, but is there a reverse? And it's interesting that we move from this square series of concentric squares to this series of concentric circles. And in the middle of both of these is this thing. Why do I do this? Why do I do this? Why? I don't know why I do this anymore. I don't know what my expectation is. You know? Thanatos and the box, the underworld and the seed. Well, the good news is we know that the seed is a pomegranate because pomegranates are the only things that grow in the underworld in Greco-Roman mythology, and they're associated with Persephone. I actually saw I was playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on the plane, and one of the questions was Persephone was the wife of this Greek king of the underworld, and the answer was Hades. I was like, oh snap, okay, Hades and Persephone. Hey Zoda, how you doing? How are you? Excuse me. Jim. I need to have been saying Jim. I need to. I was thinking about getting a membership today. And I don't want to procrastinate, but I'm going to start it tomorrow. It's interesting, though, that Thanatos is here with the spider web. I don't think I said it, but I was going to go to the Wild Unknown Tarot. And I mentioned as much like I was gonna go to the Wild Unknown Tarot. I was gonna pull for certain cards, just like feel for the energy. But one of the cards I was gonna pull for was the Eight of Pentacles, the spider on the web. Um, and then I was kind of gonna pull for like all of the webs, but then I was like, nah. But it's interesting that Thanatos has the web here in it. Also, sort of matching and fitting this concentracy. But it's almost like the web combines circles and squares in a way. Almost, not entirely. Um, was it Steph? I think it was Steph that was talking about the spiral. This is 44. The box is 44. You'll go if I go. Ooh. It was like whenever somebody would be like, Patrick, will you be my gym buddy? I'm like, if you want me to be your gym buddy, neither one of us are going to the gym. But now, now it's different. Thanks. Yawns are contagious. Now, 44 via Russell is the master number associated with the fourth dimension, and the fourth dimension is the realm of the ancestors. It's been a minute since I've heard him say that, but it's very Russellian. 33 is also here. 33 is the mountain. Thanatos is 73. The gym is 56. The box is 44. The underworld is 48. The mountain is 33. The seed is 66. Oh, the seed is 66. We got a 33, a 44, and a 66. Okay. I'm just like exhausted. It is a thing. It is very much a thing. This also makes me think of I love Cindy now. So I don't know if y'all remember, but I used the the deck of many fates and the deck of many things. And one of the things that came out, it was the scorpion and there was the dragon. And it's like we were, so the scorpion was basically like an invasive parasitic thing. And it's like we develop a fear of the dragon because the scorpion is within us and the scorpion fears the dragon. And so to protect itself, the scorpion passes on its fear of the dragon because the breath of the dragon can purify the scorpion. It's like the breath of the dragon will remove all that does not belong within you, but it will leave you unharmed, basically. And so to combat that, there was the vizier and the knight. The knight had the sword, who, like, the sword was the breath of the dragon. The knight was the dragon. But since the scorpion was expecting and fearing the dragon, the scorpion let in the knight. And so the vizier was in the place of like spirit basically having to do this workaround thing to get us to the space that we need to get us to the thing to unburden ourselves, basically. But it had to take the long way around because you can't send the dragon. And this makes me think of the dragon or the knight that was the dragon. Like they're one and the same. And they're coming to get rid of or to help us with the scorpion that had a hold on our heart or whatever. It was a minute ago. And it's like the only time I really got to use that deck before I gave it away. And now I have this Dungeons and Dragons Tarot, and I can't even use the deck of many fates or the deck of many things as an oracle card for it. But it's fine. Russell-esque. Oh, Russell. It's also Russell-esque. Hey, Tamana. I'm not doing mini readings today. Sorry. I don't even know if I'd be able to do a mini reading, honestly. You don't even know. I'm like all over the place. Um, I was literally just telling Russ, I was like, I feel like I'm in one of those like I'm of no collective good right now moods. Um, the the DeLorean in Back to the Future had to go 88 miles per hour to time jump. Ooh. So, oh, and then there's the Vizier that sent the night dragon. And then we have this person above the night dragon. So this is the Vizier, that's the night dragon, and that's us. Sure, why not? The bottom of the deck is the star, which I love because star has healing energies, right? Now, the gem in this box, honestly, this makes me think of the temple with the Chaos Emerald, the Master Emerald in Sonic 2, the Sonic 2 movie. And in the movie, in the games, it's like there are 7 Chaos Emeralds, and when you get all 7 of the emeralds together, something happens. In the movie, they actually combine all 7 of the emeralds into one that made it like the Master Emerald. And you can see in this one gem the many different colors. The box was the temple that it was housed in, and there were like different traps and stuff along the way. And everything I do is stream of consciousness. Excuse me. Most of what I do is the stream of consciousness. I've never seen the never ending story, but I know that there's a dragon in that one. What's his name? Atreyu is the guy, and the dragon is. I think I've never seen it, but I know the characters. Now, this is also interesting because of this, like, hey, sort of energy. The gem is in the underworld, which is why Thanatos is right here. Sorry. I see. I wasn't trying to. I wasn't asking for all this. I should do another silent reading. I actually had the thought not too long ago. There are so many like different layers, and it feels like this is the crossroad of many stories. And so it makes the book almost feel like, see, the book, it starts out as one of those anthologies. It feels like it's an anthology. And my understanding of anthologies, because I don't fully 100% know, but my understanding of an anthology is like it's a collection that holds different stories. It's like different stories all in one movie, all in one book. Different characters, different plots. They may be set in the same universe, but they're different. And so as we're reading it, it feels like it's a collection of anthologies. But at some point, something happens, and all of these different worlds, all of these different universes actually come together. All of the characters from the different anthologies meet. And then what started out as many things becomes one thing, kind of sort of like this gem that's the combination of many different gems. Look at those two meeting. I have a friend named Atreyu. I actually saw him in the store not too long ago, but I didn't say hi. I was like, "Oh snap! Is that Atreyu?" And it was. I work with his father. I work with his father. Who are you? I'm curious, but I'm not going to take you. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sleepy. Okay. Come on, I'm trying to get a shortcut. Like, just drop out a card. Thank you, so I don't have to think about this anymore. So, the Knave of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. And the King of Pentacles. There's your King of Pentacles, Eve. That is for you. You're welcome. And for you. Danielle. That's y'all's is King of Pentacles. Under the Knave of Wands. The Knave of Wands is writing something. And the Six of Wisdom is reading it. This makes me think of Reem. It makes me think of the Rare Gazelle. Almost said Miss Reem Healings. Oh my gosh. The movie Stardust. Ooh. So take a guess. Take a guess at who came out. It's the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, and it's interesting. It's interesting because this is me. This is me for the month of June. My card is the Six of Cups. My clarifier was the Mother of Swords. So, and as I was doing this, I had a thought before I started this to find the light of Libra and the light of the Queen of Swords. Libra's been getting it kind of rough, at least over here. I feel like, every sign gets a turn. Most other signs get a turn. And so I wanted to find like the light of Libra, or what Libra has to like help in this energy, because I've only been seeing and saying about, like, when we come into a season of drastic shift, it may be difficult for an energy that's all about balance. So the thing about Libra, it's like it's where you put yourself on the scale, or it's where you set the zero. And so maybe instead of it being like a balance here, it needs to be a balance like here. We change the perspective. We zoom out. And I wanted to do the same for the Queen of Swords, because she's also been getting it kind of right lately. But behind this Queen of Swords is the Fool. And it feels like, the Queen of Swords, she shaves her hair. She becomes a page again. but she doesn't forget everything. Well, maybe she's like, okay, like I'm ready to go out into the world. Like I shaved my hair, I got rid of, all my fancy clothes, and the cat is like, that has to go too. You're still wearing too much. You're wearing too much. Take it off. And the Queen of Swords is like, if I lose any more, I'll be naked. I'll have nothing. And the cat is like, yeah, duh, girl. Like that's the point. Hello. So the Queen of Swords and the Fool. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles was actually behind the card at the bottom of the deck yesterday. I saw it, but I didn't mention it. And I don't even remember what was at the bottom of the deck when the Four of Pentacles was there, but it was down there. And so the Four of Pentacles, since it was at the bottom of the deck, it was at the cut when that other card I showed came out. What's interesting though is, was it somebody yesterday mentioned, was it Twitty? I think it was Kathy, asked me if I had talked about the Golden Shadow, and it was actually Ron that had talked about the Golden Shadow. And I mentioned that because maybe the Queen of Swords got stuck somewhere. So look at the dress. We go from this mostly white and gold. Is it white and gold or is it blue and black? We go from this white and gold garment to the cat's like, you got to take it all off. But then she ends up in all, like in this pure gold, right? So it's almost like there was something that prevented this gold from like flowing through to the rest of the garment. And this is a bit of a higher self-ish energy because like there's the head and she's standing on top of the head. That's why I said it's like higher self-ish. And so somewhere in this process it allows her to actually like become fully golden. It allows her to complete some kind of process. But it's interesting that it's the Four of Pentacles, because the Four of Pentacles traditionally holds an energy of withholding. I'm gonna look in the book and see what the book says. Excuse me. The Four of Pentacles is certainty of property, attachment to one's own assets, gift, legacy, and inheritance. Gift, legacy, and inheritance is interesting when we're talking about this energy. Gift, legacy, and inheritance is also interesting when we're looking at this. Thanatos and the gem with the mountain in the underworld. And that was the thing, right? Because with the vision and with the vision and the village, we saw what something under the mountain. Something under the mountain that we can't see in the mountain card. There's something interesting here. It's almost like this two set of hands helps balance this. Like there's the three pinnacles and the one pinnacle, and three is heavier than one, so it would fall. But these extra pairs of hands help to hold it up. So it's almost like in the process of transitioning and switching, because we live in the 3D physical natural world and environment, it's easiest to see. Seeing makes it easier to believe in one sense. And it's like, um, excuse me, it feels like it's bringing something new in, or it's experiencing something new. It's like it's supporting our belief, and supporting our belief in it makes it easier to manifest. It's like it makes it easier for things to shift from one direction and into another. Now it's interesting that these two together are a 40, and there was the 10, 30, 40 yesterday. I don't remember what the 40 rune was, but that's skee ball energy again. Golden fleece with the fleeces white as snow. The golden fleece was Jason and the Argonauts. What was it about the golden fleece? Was it impervious, or was that the hide of the Aramanthian boar, or was that the Nemean lion? Um. Oh, look at this! My phone is at 88% battery right now. Who said 88? Was that you, Holly? The DeLorean had to go 88 miles per hour to travel through time. Um, what was I gonna look at? I don't even remember. I already forgot. I already forgot. I already don't remember. The 40, the skee ball. No. It's interesting here too that the fool has a cat. I mean, it's Egyptian, so it's not. But the Prime Use Tarot is my only other deck that has a cat with the fool instead of the dog. Um, so there is a layer to this that the golden fleece. Yeah, thank you. Okay. I already forgot. Oh, snap Everlong Mystic. Just uploaded a video. Sacred Geometry. Pick a card. Timestamps in the description box. The Golden Fleece. What did it do? A golden fleeced ram? Flying winged ram. What? Oh, I should have just clicked that. What's special about the golden fleece? Jason and the Argonauts. Is that it? The golden fleece came to represent everything that was royal and noble in Greek mythology. But that's it? Oh, snap. So Aeetes sacrificed the ram and hung the fleece in a sacred grove guarded by a dragon. As an oracle had foretold that Aeetes would lose his kingdom if he lost the fleece. And he sacrificed the ram to save his children. The king of Colchis. I've seen that somewhere recently. So Phroxus either sacrificed the ram or the ram itself gave his fleece to the boy before ascending into the stars to become the constellation Aries. So we got Aries here, we got Libra, which is the opposite of Aries. I was thinking that, like, if Libra is having some trouble, maybe Aries could help. Maybe potentially. I was also thinking too that again, like the next South Node is going to be in Libra. So, but that was the whole thing with like North Node, Gemini, Taurus, Aries, South Node, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra. So maybe Libra's just getting a little bit of that South Node early. Is that not enough? I mean, I thought it had like some kind of special power or something. That's why it's not that, I thought it was like, you know, that's why. Not that it isn't enough, but wait, what? Let's read into this a little bit. So some dude of that was the king of a city in southeast Greece married a cloud nymph and had two children, Pharaxos and Heli. The dude began to neglect the cloud nymph and became enamored with somebody else, the daughter of the king of Thebes. So he deserted the cloud nymph and married the other person who held no love for her stepchildren. She was furious that her stepchildren were the heir to the throne and not her children. So she hatched a plan to dispose of her stepchildren. So she corrupted the realm's grain, which meant that it would not germinate when it was sown. In response to the sudden devastation, the king sent an oracle. The king sent messengers to consult with the oracle of Delphi to see what could be done. The queen, however, intercepted the messengers and persuaded them to falsely report back to her husband that he would have to sacrifice his children to fix the grain problem. He was convinced he had to sacrifice his firstborn child, but before they could be killed, the cloud nymph sent the golden winged ram to save her children. They were successfully whisked away, but on their journey, the girl, I think she was the girl, either became dizzy from looking down or lost her balance and she plummeted into the sea. The place where she fell became known as Hellespont or Hell's Sea, and this area is now known as the Dardanelles. I don't know how to pronounce that. Phraxos or Phrixos survived the journey and safely disembarked the ram in the region of Colchis. He was welcomed by the king, son of Helios and brother to Circe and Pasiphae. So he either sacrificed the ram or the ram gave its the fleece himself before ascending into the stars to become the constellation Aries. Either way, he gave the golden fleece to the king, who hung it on an oak tree in a sacred grove to Ares and had it guarded by a large serpent known as the Colchian dragon that never slept. So then Jason comes to get the fleece. And what happened? Ares' sacred grove. Orpheus, what? I remember the dragon. There was a dragon when they sowed the teeth of the dragon, then like undead soldiers would pop up. Plowing a field using fire breathing bulls, sowing some dragon's teeth, and then fighting the monsters that arose from the field. He was able to succeed in those challenges with the help from Medea. So now Medea pops in, and her story was like tragic. She did what she had to do to get home. Um, so although he succeeded, the king refused to give up the fleece and wanted to set the Argo on fire. Medea put the guardian dragon to sleep and carried the fleece back to the Argo. The dragon that never slept. And then Medea went real freaking set on her brother, cutting him up into pieces, throwing the pieces into the sea like Osiris. So when they returned with the fleece, it had been 4 months since they disembarked on the journey. Despite returning with the fleece, Peleus still refused to give up the throne, and so Medea took matters into her own hands and used a magic potion to convince Peleus's daughter that if they cut up their father and boiled him in the potion, he would be granted eternal youth. And then Jason refused the throne. That was a trip. Okay. That was a ride. It's funny that you say that because I had the like spilling tea came to my synchronicity. The cloud people. That was a lot. Um, the Golden Fleece. Did you mention the Golden Fleece? Where did the Golden Fleece? Why were we talking about the Golden Fleece? I don't remember. There is a very interesting like subtext or it's not even subtext, honestly. I feel like I'm trying to find the subtext to not read the very obvious thing that's here. But that's fine. Reem. Reem in her full moon videos, and when she was talking about the full moon and the new moon, the thing that's hidden in the shadows, that's this. Like the gem is like the thing that's hidden in the shadows. The seed that is the gem is the thing that's sort of like hidden in the shadows. This is the part where I try to cheat. I hope you like tea because you're definitely thirsty for a reading, that is. Goodness. So I said Medea did what she had to do to get home, but it sounded like she was also a little. Oh, the fade from gold to white. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Well, it's been like an hour and 17 minutes. I feel like that's. So whatever is like this is an energy. Okay, we'll just say that this is an energy. This is a thing. There's this. So the gem, you come upon a gem. As you turn toward a distant mountain, the gem pulsates and glows. I don't think that was interesting, but I don't know if this necessarily tells us about. Well, that's why I pulled these, the gem in the mountain, right? I'm done. I'm biting off more than I can chew. I don't like this. Well, let's get some final messages, okay? Oh, look, there's the Queen of Pentacles, the King and the Queen of Pennies. She came out yesterday. The Knave of Wands. Frodo can handle it. But barely. It was Sam. Sam was the real hero of that movie. We all know. You can do it, Mr. Frodo. It's funny that you mentioned Frodo. I was looking at plates earlier today, and somebody was like, "It looks like the Eye of Sauron." And she was like, "I've never seen the movies." And then she was like, "Just kidding. My dad made me watch it when I was 10, but I didn't necessarily enjoy it." Lord of the Rings. Everything is synchronicity now. It's fine. I mean, it's been like that for a minute, honestly. It's time. The time is now. So yesterday it was the Knight of Wands. Today it's the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords came out with the Queen of Swords. The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands. But this Eight of Wands, it feels like message received. And then behind the Eight of Wands, behind the Eight of Wands is the Knight of Pentacles going into the title card. So, because usually we see the Eight Wands like flying in the air, right? It looks like they've landed here. And this person is like picking up sort of what was put down. You picking up what I'm putting down? He is. And both of these are like quick energies. So this Knight of Swords was ready. My cousin shared a photo. My cousin shared a video of her son in a race, running a race. This makes me think of like a relay race. In a way, in a sense. So. Excuse me. I'm yawning. That means I'm tired. Yawning used to be my default. One of my bosses one summer, she was like, "Why do you yawn like all the time?" I was like, "Because I'm perpetually exhausted. Like I can barely even. Being a human is so tough. It's so draining. This is the most draining thing I've ever done in my lives. Is incarnate as a human. I'm just playing. Kidding. I love being human. Don't you? You know, it's better than being a dog or a cat or any other animal that gets taken care of that doesn't have to do like much of anything but love and be loved. Yeah, I love responsibility, you know? Like, oof, give me more. Hey, hey, Ariel, how are you doing? Was it Sandra? Who was asking about you? It might have been Sandra. Density, intensity. Soul mama. You were talking about this earlier. Oh, snap. I'm glad to hear you're doing great. What were you talking about? Being human? Or incarnating as a human being like the most exhausting thing that you've ever done? So many activations with that baby. My mom was just talking about babies earlier today. About being human, yeah. I love it. It's great. It's the best thing I've ever done. I was of the mind. I was like, oh, I'd be human again. Like I would totally, definitely incarnate on Earth again. Like for sure. Like if I had another life to do it again, I would. Now I'm kind of like sort of slipping to the maybe not. Maybe I'm done. You know. Maybe this last time is the last time. Maybe I just move on. You know. Maybe I don't. Is that a choice that I make? Who knows? So, final card from here. Oh, the world is here. That's a few cards. Oh, it's 3 cards. Is this the 7 of Swords? Is this the 7 of Intelligence? It might be. Yeah, this is the Seven of Swords came out yesterday. The Seven of Intelligence. So we have the World, the Seven of Intelligence, and Temperance. Temperance, no, it was the Devil. The Devil was behind the King of Pentacles. So we have this World card, we have the Seven of Intelligence, and then we have this Temperance with the Devil at the top, and these different like portals, these different realms and realities. What's interesting is though, some of these portals hold nightmares, but this person is in a meditative state, like trying to maintain peace. Besides, this is interesting. I'm doing all right. Slothing for 3 days. Oof, I wish. I might try to take Friday off so I can do nothing. What's at the bottom of the deck? This deck, the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wisdom. This is the card that comes after the Six of Wisdom. See, that was the thing about. I think you were here last time this came out, Ariel. Maybe not. Because there was the person knowing that the anglerfish is the anglerfish. This person knows exactly what the anglerfish is about, but it's in a space without light. And so it uses the anglerfish to navigate its path, but it stays well ahead of the anglerfish so as to not get eaten. And so there's something about, and then it makes me think of this temperance energy because all of these nightmares and the portals and the devil there. But that person is maintaining their stance, maintaining that sort of meditative, not buying into it, not falling into it. And it feels, in some weird way, it feels like it's actually ascending devil energy somehow. Like this person, because at first the person was using the light of the anglerfish to navigate itself, but now it feels like this person is actually leading the anglerfish somewhere to transform that energy. And then we see this ace again. This ace was at the cut with some other card. And then we have the moon with the bone dragon. Under the moon is the devil. What's interesting is, though, when I say I keep biting off more than I can chew, I might just stop. This is the end of my channel. Thank you all for being here. It's been a great run. It's been amazing. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. Oh my gosh. You just made the mistake of looking up the anglerfish. Oh my gosh. So it's these two. Specifically, this. So here's the this person meditating amidst all of this chaos or whatever. All of these nightmares, all of these monsters, devil energy itself. And it feels like this star thing is like going up. It's going to go up his wrist and then it's eventually going to end up here. That. And then we see this bear coming out here. So it feels like he actually finds a way to integrate some of these things and to turn it into some kind of power or to turn it into some kind of strength. And it made me think of before he went all the way off the deep end, it made me think of the what if episode of it's like what if Doctor Strange lost Christine instead of his hands? And there were things that he did to be able to change a point in time that had to occur with less of the I would assume it's less of the like the completely losing it and going too far and not being able to accept certain things and the consequences, but it made me think of that. And so going back to the 7 of wisdom, that's why I'm just like but that was the thing, right? There was the king who said he would, I don't know what he promised Jason if Jason got the fleece, but it's like that person had no intention of abdicating the throne. No intention. And so he basically sent Jason off on a mission that he didn't think he would succeed on. Or with just like when Hercules was given those 10 labors, that became 12. There was no intention of actually giving him his reward. But it's like all of those different encounters, everything that he overcame actually made him stronger. It made him better. And so it's like devil energy had sort of one plan or intention in mind, but the divine ended up working it out for the better. Kinda. Kinda, sorta. It ended up making him stronger. It ended up making him better. And it ended up putting him in a position to take what he had earned, regardless of if it was given or not. And so the promise was fulfilled. But with the way this came out, because the world card came out first, it feels like this journey has already been done. And so then the seven of intelligence gives us a task, tells us to do something. We go into this temperance energy where we pull on the things that we've already been through. We pull on the challenges, the victories, the wins, the losses, everything, our entire body of experience. We pull on that and we use those things, even if they were sort of like challenging and dark at the time. We use those things to emerge victorious. We turn it into a strength and we conquer all of this stuff that we need to conquer. The Knight of Swords is behind the devil, and he knows exactly how to take care of that monster. So it's interesting. It's almost like your past has already prepared you for this. And if this wasn't Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness enough for you, here's this, almost with the eye of, what is it called? The eye of Agamotto or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. What's interesting about this is, though, this is someone who's, I feel like, conquered their shadow isn't necessarily the right phraseology to use. But look at this. Again, like, look at this energy where it's like, as this temperance card went through everything, it pulled in strength and now it can use those when it needs to. And then between the seven of intellect and the moon, it's like this thing, the light of the anglerfish that it takes in as strength, it now holds when it faces this dragon. And it feels like that light is dragon bane or whatever. And so it's actually prepared. Devil energy, this seven of intelligence, it doesn't stand a chance. And look, it's the Knight of Swords again. The Knight of Swords was the first card. It's the card that came out in the Tarot Nefertari. Or was it was at the bottom of the deck? It came out. It made an appearance somewhere. Like, this Knight of Swords handled it. Was the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Message received. It handles it with a quickness. Like, I already know what to do. Like, was that supposed to be a challenge? Was that supposed to be a test? I've gone through things more difficult. This is such an interesting energy. And it feels like it puts us in this luminous warrior type frequency. And it feels like that activates. Does that activate the spark? Being in that energy activates the spark. And then maybe it's like going through these scenarios and situations, going through all of these challenges, where, like, this is where we face the challenge, that's where we integrate it, and we use that integration. That integration turns into like a superpower, and then we use that to defeat other foes and other enemies again, like we see it a few times. The star was at the bottom of the deck. This, it's almost like some kind of luminous warrior type of energy frequency, that it's like every time we approach it, it's actually teaching us how to be in that energy. This is happening at the seat of the soul. It's like something is like going back to the eyes within, the universal witness that's coming alive via, like, yesterday or whatever. then we get to learn to pull on that energy when we're not faced in these situations. And so there comes a point where we learn to use it in a way to bridge and build. We learn to turn it into magic, long story short. But it's almost like it takes those moments. It's almost like because we don't know how strong we are until we have to be that strong. It's like there are things that are within us that we just don't know about until the challenge is presented. That's why we're allowed to experience challenge. We don't go through challenges and towers to be defeated and to remain defeated and to live a life of sulking despair and defeat and hopelessness. Like devil energy may propose the challenge for that reason, but the divine knows that we have the chance, the opportunity to go through that and to come out on the other side better, stronger, more capable. And when we sit in the space of that capability, that was in my reading. Um she wrote it down. I forget what cards came out. It was like leaving the baggage but keeping the gifts or something like that. Well, why aren't you on here delivering this message, Ariel? It's time for you to get back on the YouTube. I'm just playing. Sorry. And so that's why the gem is the seed. It almost feels though like first. Well, I'll get a different final card from here. But under all of that, under all of this is the Empress. Look at her sword. It's almost like the Queen of Swords. It's almost like right now, the Queen of Swords is the last queen that we need to integrate to get to Empress energy. Before it might have been the Queen of whatever it was. You're too pregnant. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That's fair. That is extremely fair. But the Empress was at the bottom of the deck under in the Tarot Nefertari. I almost wish I would have mentioned them now. I forget what she was under. Interesting. Interesting. I've been thinking about you. You're in your rebel peace protecting, practicing hypnosis, but also getting bazillions of downloads. It's fine. I don't mind this time, but I kind of, I don't know. I never necessarily have expectations, but here lately, I'm like, what is this? This is this too much. It's too much. This too much. But yeah, maybe it came because you came. So thanks. Thanks for being here. Like Holly said, thank you for being here, Ariel. That's interesting. That was a whole thing. But that's isn't that how it works? Isn't that the way it goes? Not always, but it can be. I'm thinking about you. Mm-hmm. Okay. We got a 4 and a 7, which is an 11. What is happening? What is going on? What is this? Wait. So the card that comes out is the Fool. This fool is with the dog. Cat. That dog ain't even paying attention. Neither one of these people are paying attention in this card. Neither one of them are paying any mind. Look, the animal companion is looking in the other direction. That person is lost in the music, just about to walk right off the cliff. And then the other card that comes out is this 7. This has to be the 7 of Wands, the 7 of Charisma. Because, like, this dude hungry, just trying to eat a meal. You got these animal things like attacking him, trying to get his food. He like, hey, this is mine. Get your own food. But we'll see. We'll see if that's the 7 of strength. Strength is fire. It is. Dealing with the overwhelming, letting go of what causes stress, perfectionism, desire, fear, and future tripping. Future tripping is interesting. Why these two together, though? Maybe this is a spectrum. Maybe this is an energy of frequency. It's the dominant frequency. The dominant frequency is the one that wins. So it feels like going back to the Halo. I think I saw Ariel mention the Halo. I'm like kind of like, as you all can probably tell, barely paying attention to the chat. If you're new here, it happens. If you're not new here, then you're probably used to it. Because in this card, there's a lot of like strife and a lot of like, I'm just trying to eat. I'm just trying to take care of myself. And there's so much going on. But the Halo thing here, it's empty. But when this person is like, and like high vibe, they're in the music. What is it? Um, Girl, where is? Hold on, wait 1 second. Oh, I can't think of the lyric. It's like gotta put. It's like listening to music. It's Stranger Things season. This is I haven't finished season 4 of Stranger Things, the first part, but this is the first part of Stranger Things season 4, girl. This is the music because when he's playing the music, his halo is full bright. It's like fully online. Whatever the universal, whatever energy that lies at the spark that's being ignited and blown open by all these like different challenges and towers and everything else. But as we take all of that in and we turn it into strength instead of whatever, like that, he is filling up his halo and it's emanating out this aura. This energy can't exist in that space. That's why this one is empty. When this one is empty, that's when everything is like all Oh my gosh. But when they're in the zone and that thing is full, it pushes everything else out. And as everything else is being pushed out, look, we have this gnome and this fox sitting in some kind of tree portal. We have the lovers when it feels like there's this portal opening up in the back and they both see it and they're about to run towards it. And then we have this ace with all this magic and all kinds of like the runes are coming out of this book and forming some kind of portal. It's like all of this is noticed. This is the signal that lets all of this magical energy know that we're ready for our life to get a lot more synchronistic. And that goes back to yesterday. Um, was that it was the Knight of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and then that Ace of Swords. The Three of Cups, it was a Six of Cups, I think, because there were three above and three below in the Tarot Nefertari. And it was like the Eight of Pentacles had reached a nine space at the eight. And the grapes that the Eight of Pentacles was offering resonated to the horse that was in the Knight of Wands. And that resonance, the meeting of that energy was noticed and observed by somebody in some different space. And all of these people is like, oh, snap, they're ready. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. When it resonates, if it resonates. If it resonates for you, take it. If it don't resonate for you, don't take it. If I resonate for you, great. If I don't, then great. Find somebody that does. Life is too short. You know what I mean? Interesting. Interesting. What's interesting is I kind of wanted to read on this, but I thought I would do this through the Wild Unknown Tarot. I guess that's the lesson that I'm learning lately. Courtesy of my Libran friend, who I don't like when he's right. He was always like, why don't you listen to me? Like, you always go and talk to like five other people and then they tell you the same thing I do and then you listen. And I was like, it's just because like I'm a multiple opinions type of person. Like, I don't believe in singular reasoning. I need the universe. I need people to confirm, because I got too much Taurus in me. I'm too stubborn. And sometimes it works against me, but all things work for my benefit and for the betterment of me. So does it really? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Oh snap! Hey Emily, how you doing? Nomeo, Nomeo. I've never seen Nomeo and Juliet. Did I? I don't think so. 69. Card number 69 is the vessel. And 69 and 74 are the two cards that come out. The vessel and apocalypsis. The apocalypsis is the card that came out. The vessel is at the bottom of the deck. She did. Excuse me. I need a shot of Fireball. Don't judge me. Feel free to judge me. I don't care. I ain't had enough alcohol. I'm just like, what does this mean? Not what does this mean? Is that a ream? Oh, gotta take another one for you, Reemy. One more for Reem. I'll do the gin. I'll do the gin because you're here. Even though I should have just stuck with the one gin that I liked because I keep trying to experiment with these strawberry gins, these floral gins, and they're not doing it. They ain't hitting like just regular old GNT. But look, it's pink. That was for you, Reem. Oof. B vitamin complex. What? Gem reading. What are the implications of this? That's what I want to know. But I don't want to know at the same time. I love Tripoli. It's more than doubling, it's tripling. This energy is quick, quick. Reem said this energy fast, fast. It's moving, moving. Y'all used to doubling. We're in tripling now. We're tripling. So I'm just playing. Do I need to like break this down? I feel like this is like self-explanatory. And by I feel like this is self-explanatory, I mean I feel like I don't like I feel like, this is the theme lately. What was the thread that this is the thing? Cuz there was the thread of it was like awakening the inner witness or the inner self connecting to the inner self and embodying the inner self. This is like the next step to all of that when that was like basically everything I was reading. Now it's online. Le sacré de vaisselle. Le vaisselle sacré. Is that 49? We got a 6949 action going on. We got an XLIX and a LXIX. The fault line is under this vessel. And I know Reem, the fault line came out. Was it when you did the ancestral? I think it was the bloodline ancestral mandala because the thing it came out recently ish. So you're inviting me as well. Hey, we are turning. Hey, but you are in time and space. They just discovered an ancient society in Peru underwater. Oh my gosh. Mhm. Mhm. Things being discovered under the water. Danielle getting visions. Things being discovered under the mountain, under the earth. The earth is like, here are my secrets. The water is like, here are my secrets. Everyone's like, you want to know? I think you're ready. It's time. I guess I did start by saying it's time. It just feels like it's time. But what does that mean? I'm like, what are the implications of this? Like, what does this mean on a global scale or even on a individual scale? It's already been 2 hours. Was I talking to you, Reem? Or was that Kirsty? I think it was Kirsty. I think that's when I was. I'm pretty sure that was Kirsty now. We were talking about the missing link and how they're always like, oh, there's a missing link. It is. It's this is cough cough I witch cough cough territory. Cough cough feels like cough cough. But Bream's gonna tell us more about the Eye Witch when her energy fully comes forward. So stay tuned to the Rare Gazelle. She will break it down for us. Get those downloads. Thank you for being a clear and receptive vessel. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. Some of the reckless stuff you suppress. I guess that's it. What's interesting is though, we get this gold color again. See, that's why this is why the Queen of Swords has to get naked. This is why the cat was like, you gotta take it all off. You gotta take it all off. Take it all off. And then she becomes golden. Remember? I kind of want to read Apocalypsis. I mean, underwater, underground, similar vibes, just a different surface. Oh yeah, I can't get the book. Um, I guess it's. I kind of want to pull one more thing. If Siri says tails, I'll just stop here and get dinner and go to sleep. You ready? Hey Siri, flip a coin. It's heads. It's heads. Oh my gosh, we're gonna keep going. Part of me, low key, thinks that this is related to the empath readings that Russ is doing right now. The empath series. So from my current understanding, from my running understanding of what I witch energy is, The eye witch is basically, I'll say it's like basically someone whose universal witness is like well alive. And it's the energy of like the divine watching through our eyes. And it's not only is it the divine watching through our eyes, and not only is it us getting some upgrade and like maybe some like third eyesight, whatever vision, but also it's the conversation that happens between the self and the divine that has the power to change what we see. And it could be like we could see it with our physical eyes, we could see it with our mental astral third eye. Because when we were doing that, it's like goddess Aya in the eye which sees, but she's connected to God Samas question mark Reem. And it's almost like he was the one that would sort of enact the change, and she was the one that would like witness and observe. And it was like what they did together. That's been my running understanding of it. And it seems like, especially between yesterday and today, it's like really sort of coming to the forefront. But there's a certain level of resonance and alignment that needs to be present within the self to allow not only that level of connection in perception, but to also allow that level of connection in communication, and then for things to begin to be changed and moved or whatever. And not to say or whatever, like, flippantly or disrespectfully, but it's like, etc. Like it's bigger, it's more. But if I had to boil it down to what it's been doing, or what it is, like that is how it's been sort of coming out. So there you go. That's the Iowa treating. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it actually happened. Okay, we're done. Bye. That's all I had to do. That's it. Okay. You fall asleep. Mhm. Something is going on under the surface. But that's also why I'm like, what are the implications of that though? Like, what does that mean? There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Not well, some of it is weird. Some of it's just like expansive and developmental, and I'm kind of sort of just here like, okay. Let me just go to work, come home, go live, go to sleep. See, but that was also like part of the thing. The moon equals the causal chakra. Okay. I saw you say the causal chakra earlier, but it was like after I was already rambling for a minute, so I didn't even catch it. But yeah. Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. You are welcome. Excuse me. I am not aware. This is the first time I'm hearing of the causal chakra, honestly. But it sounds like a video. So everyone, follow, keep an eye out on Ariel M Soul Mana. She's going to educate us. I can't wait. Was I thinking about? Was I thinking about? I don't think I was thinking about Pele. Was I thinking about Pele recently? I think I was, but I don't remember when. Everything has been so just like much. Like y'all was saying, like download crazy. The dream space has been interesting. I'm running into like the dream space and my waking reality are kind of sort of starting to collide a little bit. Um the dream space running into the waking world more than the waking world running into the dream space. But I'm just like, okay. I'm just like, I don't know what's happening, but okay. Continue. I'm a Hey, lunar portal chakra. There you go. When is the video coming out? When are you educating this, Ariel? I'm kidding, kind of. I am kind of kidding. I'm thinking about you. My hair is getting like so long. I think I can like flip it. It's fine. I like to do like one of these and just like put it all on one side and then like behind the ear. And then just like let this side do whatever it wants to. Anyway. Oh, snap. Well, there you go. The portal on the moon. Now that like I have hair, I need to like that's how she did it. She would be like, it was when she did it, I don't know. It was just so like I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. Like when I didn't have hair to flip, I thought I knew how to flip hair, but now that my hair is kind of sort of almost like getting flippable long, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I thought I knew until I had it and until I realized that I don't know. I don't know anything. It's fine. So, it's been lovely. This has been interesting. I guess this is the thing. I guess this is where we are. I hope you all have an amazing whatever whenever you see this. If Siri says heads, I'll stay on. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's tails this time.
Oh, tails. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. It's interesting that you mentioned Lionsgate because when I was at Kew Garden with Kirsty, I almost said Reem. When I was at the garden with Reem, but Reem's energy was definitely there. Kirsty was like, I saw a lone deer, and when as she was telling me about the deer that she saw that made her think of Reem, like we literally passed by this dock with a boat that, like, it was a dock and it had a Canadian flag. I was like, oh snap, there's Reem, there's Reem, Canada. Um, but when I was at the garden with Kirsty, they had a lion gate, and she's the one that mentioned it. So, yep. I was like, Remus here with us. The anglerfish chakra. So, that's everything, right? The vessel apocalypsis. That's literally the beginning of the end of everything. It's the beginning of the end of everything, the end of the beginning of everything. It's a whole new everything. Once that's like, it's the eye witch. It's whatever. So I hope you all had an amazing. I hope you all have an amazing whatever whenever you see this. I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality and whatever you need along your path, journey, or way. I hope you find it. I hope you find it. Thank you all for being here. It was an experience, to say the least. I feel like I need to just like stop. I feel like I need to just like be done. Because I'm like, what's happening? Like, can we talk about what's happening? Can we not talk about what's happening, but talk about what's happening? Can we talk about it by not talking about it? Because I really don't want to get into it. You know what I mean? Like, this is a lot. This is a lot. And I don't know what I expect. I don't know what I want. You know what? I'm going to pull one more card. Astro Matrix Tarot. Why not? End us off on a note. I got reversals in this, so might as well keep up the theme. Mm. Mm, mm, Happy early birthday to your daughter. Just one. Just one more. Just one more. One more card, please. One more card. Cute. The bottom of the deck is the Hanged One in reverse. Speaking of your causal chakra, there you go, Ariel. She is fully online. And the Ten of Swords in reverse. And then there's that gosh darn Knight of Wands that's been haunting me. I see the Knight of Wands everywhere. Why does this feel like somebody's about to become Magneto or something? I don't know. All right, there you go. Again, I hope you'll have a good and amazing whenever you see this. I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience reality. And I will see you the next time you see me. We will see each other. I don't know if it'll be a live me seeing you live or if it'll be a previously live me seeing currently watching you. Whatever, time doesn't matter or exists, right? That's what people say, right?